Hey there, hi there, ho there. oh, oh, welcome to another ramble. This video is going to touch on these two words: relieve yourself. Say it with me. Relieve yourself. What do I mean? Okay, I know this is gonna sound freaking weird. Okay, if you have to use the bathroom, think about how discomforting it is to hold that in. Like, say you need to go and number one, maybe even number two, and say you hold it in. I feel like you're putting a lot of pressure and tension and stress on yourself by holding it in, you know? So relieve yourself. In the same vein, I know that was the stupidest analogy. Relieve yourself. What do I mean by that? All the pressure, the tension, and stress that you put on yourself every single day. And I want to say, within each day, how many moments are there? Let's think about it. That's a lot of moments within a day. You know, are you putting that pressure and tension and stress on yourself? That unnecessary pressure, tension, and stress on yourself by thinking about things that you can't control and trying to control them, by thinking about disappointments and expectations that you've put upon yourself. You know, things didn't go the way you wanted them to, you know, so you're like stressing out about it, you know, or maybe you made choices that, you know, led to repercussions that create stress and pressure and tension on yourself. You know, relieve yourself. I think that's what they mean when they say to surrender. Surrender it. oh, oh my goodness. I've said this in previous videos, but I used to be like, I want to say, what comes to the forefront of my, I used to be an excessive overthinker. I used to be a raging workaholic. I used to be a crazy people pleaser, you know? And then when I realized that these things were creating so much tension, pressure, stress, strain on myself, I took a step back and I'm like, do I want to keep doing this to myself? No. It's like self-abuse, man. So I started like, okay, well, how can I relieve myself of these things? You know, and I took baby steps. You know, it's not like an overnight thing. You know, this requires like consistent like movement in the opposing direction of such things. And I started with like, I don't know. First of all, I being like stopped like being a workaholic, you know? I refuse to work 40 hours a week at a job. I refuse to work at a job that I don't like. I refuse to work for for I don't know. I just refuse to do that, you know? I refuse to work for somebody that doesn't appreciate me, and I refuse to work at a job that doesn't pay me well. You know? Period. And when I make decisions like that, That means I value myself and I'm not willing to put myself under unnecessary tension, pressure, stress, or strain. I choose to relieve myself. Also, when it comes to my relationships, I refuse to interact with or exchange my time, energy, and attention with people who don't appreciate me, who take me for granted, who abuse me on an emotional, mental, spiritual level, you know? And guess what? I relieve myself. I relieve myself of these toxic relationships. And I free up so much of my time. And I can do things that I enjoy, you know? What else? Overthinking. There's a lot of things in life that I just can't control, and I just relieve myself of trying to control those things. And let me tell you guys, when you relieve yourself, life is so much lighter. When you relieve yourself of all the trauma and all the baggage and all the burdens, you feel like, I don't know, each day and each moment becomes so enjoyable. They haven't taught you that, I feel, like at school or even your parents. But then, they didn't know any better. I feel like, their parents probably taught them that you need to do better, you need to try harder, you need to keep going. Yes, you do need to keep going. But you can do it in a way where it's lighter and it's brighter and you enjoy it and it's satisfying because you relieve yourself. Relieve yourself, guys. Relieve yourself of burdens, tension, unnecessary stress, unnecessary, anything. Just relieve yourself. Seriously. And this goes down to your thoughts. Take stock of the thoughts that you tell yourself. I used to be really critical, hypercritical of myself. I was like low-key a perfectionist, and it's like I needed to do it a certain way and it needed to be done in an allotted time frame, and it needed to, you see all that tension and stress and pressure that you put on yourself? Say no thank you. And I swear to God, you'll feel so much happier. Say you have someone in your vicinity and they are overly dramatic, hypercritical, I don't know, they're just having a lot of issues. Don't take that on. Relieve yourself. That's something they need to take on. That's something that they're responsible for and that they need to contend with. That's not your problem. It doesn't mean you don't care. It's just you need to hold them accountable for that. It's not your responsibility to save them. We all have our own responsibilities and duties, and it's like I can certainly give you space and I can certainly allow you to be as you are and learn the lessons that you need to learn, and I can also offer advice and I can give you this much time, but I'm not going to take that on. I'm going to relieve myself. All the drama and the conflict and the stress and the disease that is going on, relieve yourself. That's all. This video was 9 minutes long, and all I literally said was relieve yourself. Hey man, if you learned something from this video, cool. If you didn't, that's cool too. I hope you're having a blessed day, and I hope you're taking time for yourself because you are the most important investment, and it all starts with you. Also, I hope you're taking time to be present because the past is in the past and the future hasn't arrived yet. And all we have is now, right here, right now, the present. Anyways, thanks for stopping by. And you take care now. Amen.